Hello students, in this video we are going to study the topic regulation of stomatal opening for letting in carbon dioxide. Like how the stomatas they open and close. So different theories are based on it, so that we are going to study. Now first thing the question arises ki what are stomata? In the previous chapter we have studied that stomatas they are the minute openings on the leaf and mostly the lower surface that has more number of the stomata. Now main purpose of stomata, function of stomata is it allows the diffusion of gases. That is oxygen can move out, carbon dioxide can come in. Now at night the stomatas they close. That is they stop the diffusion of carbon dioxide and water loss. Water loss means transpiration will not occur. But in the morning again when the stomatas they open, again diffusion of gases occur. That is carbon dioxide will come in that for the process of photosynthesis, and in return oxygen is prepared which is released outside in the environment. So diffusion of gases occur. Water, excess of water will be removed by the process of transpiration. So in the morning time diffusion and the transpiration process will start. Now when we study stomata they open during daytime and at night they close. This opening and closing is regulated by certain theories of the stomatas. Now based on the movement, that is these theories they are mostly this opening of stomata and closing of stomata, it is based on the movement of water in the guard cell. Before this let us have a look at the structure of stomatal cell. These are two bean shaped cells called as guard cells. They are surrounding by a large cells called as epidermal cell. And in between these bean shaped cells, this guard cells, there is an opening which is called as stomatal pore. Now the water movement in and out of these guard cells regulate the opening and closing of stomata. So mainly we follow two theories for it. First theory we are going to discuss, that is the sugar concentration theory. Before this starting the theory, one point we have to keep in mind when we study the structure of the stomata, that is inner walls of the stomatal cells, they are thicker as compared to the outer wall. So this allows the diffusion of gases easily. So inner, that you can see here in the diagram I have marked them, they are thick, and the outer wall that is thin. Now to start, first theory is sugar concentration theory. Now during daytime what happens, the guard cells, here you can have a look at the diagram also. During daytime guard cells they will prepare their food of the plant, that is with the help of process photosynthesis glucose is prepared. So glucose is filled in these guard cells. So this will raise the osmotic pressure. It increases the osmotic pressure, and to balance this pressure the guard cells will draw water from the surrounding cells. Now what are the surrounding cells? These are the epidermal cell. So they will take the water from the surrounding epidermal cell by the process of endoosmosis that you have studied in the chapter number 4, endoosmosis, that is moving of water inside the cell. Now when the water moves inside the guard cells, they will become turgid, they will bulge outward, and this will make the stomata open. When the stomata open, the diffusion of gases occurs and transpiration occurs. Now during the night, that is the closing of stomata occurs. Now transpiration makes, when the transpiration has occurred, means water has been evaporated from these guard cells. So transpiration makes these guard cells flaccid, that is due by the process of exoosmosis. So inner walls they will straighten up and the stomatal pore will close. So this will close the stomata. So this is the theory. This opening and closing is mainly based on the movement of the glucose which is manufactured by the photosynthesis process, that is sugar concentration theory. So this sugar concentration regulates opening and closing of the stomata. Now next theory we will study the second theory on which the opening and closing of stomata is based, that is potassium ion concentration theory. Now this theory is mainly based on the movement of the potassium ions. Now what happens during daytime? Photosynthesis occurs, the food is prepared by the plant, that is guard cells. They prepare the food. With that food they produce energy also, that is in form of ATP. Now this ATP, it pumps the potassium ions of the adjacent cells to the guard cell. The surrounding cells are epidermal cells. Now this ATP will force the potassium ions to move inside the guard cells. Guard cells, they become hypertonic. So the solute concentration increases in them, ion concentration increases, and they become hypertonic. So to balance, they have to draw water from the surrounding cells, that is by the process of endoosmosis. So water from the epidermal cell moves inside the guard cells. They become turgid and they open outward, opening the stomatal pore. Again the same thing, they will bulge and they will open the stomatal pore for diffusion and transpiration. At night, there is no ATP, no photosynthesis occurs, so no production of ATP. So potassium ions, they leak out because they are not, the continuous supply of potassium ion is not there. So they will leak out, they will move out from the guard cells, and the cells, they will become flaccid. And when the cells, they become flaccid, the stomatal pore will close. This movement of potassium ions inside and outside the guard cell regulates the opening and closing of the stomata. So these are the two theories which help in the opening and closing of stomata. One is your sugar concentration theory and one is your potassium ion theory. Now during this time, we are mostly following the potassium concentration ion theory. Thank you.